Hey guys, Nicole Ramirez here with Learning Spanish with Senora Ramirez. I am a Spanish teacher on OutSchool, and today I'm going to be talking to you about things that you need to know if you want to be an OutSchool teacher. Now, what is OutSchool? So first I wanted to explain what it is and how it works, and then you can decide if this is something for you. OutSchool is an online teaching platform that you can teach pretty much anything you want to. There are a few stipulations that OutSchool won't allow you to teach, but in general, if there's a subject that you have a passion about, you can teach it. Whether it is cooking, you can teach cooking classes, or it could be crocheting. As I said, I'm a Spanish teacher, so I teach Spanish classes on OutSchool. I'm also qualified to teach French and English as a second language, but I have not created any classes for that. There's not much of a market for English as a second language on OutSchool, since most of the students that you will be teaching already speak English fluently, or at least fairly well. But basically, you can teach anything that you're an expert in, anything that you have a passion about, you can teach on OutSchool. Now, the way OutSchool works is you have to create a class, you submit it to OutSchool to be approved, to get it listed, and then once you get it listed, you can set up as many sections of the class that you want. You get to decide how much to charge for each class, and you get to decide how long you want the class to be. You also get to decide which age you want to teach to, and you also get to decide how often you're going to teach a class. Is it going to be a one-time class where it's one and done, and then you don't have any more creating to do for that class? Or it might be a multi-day class where you teach the same students a couple of days a week for maybe 2 weeks, or longer. You get to choose. Or it could be an ongoing class, which is kind of like a subscription. Those classes, the students should be able to come and go without having been there the week before or knowing the information from the previous week. So each class in and of itself does not require you to already know something coming into that class. So, and it's up to the parents, once they subscribe a student to that class, they have to do unsubscribe if they decide that they don't want to continue with that class. And then if their student misses 3 times, OutSchool will automatically unsubscribe them. So that is an option. The other classes or class type that they have is a flex class, where it's not live. You prepare a class, you have to get it listed, and then you interact with your student online asynchronously. And so the most popular ones are the ongoing classes. I personally prefer the one-time classes because they're paid more frequently. You teach your class, and then 7 days later you get paid for that class, and I prefer that. But most people prefer the ongoing classes. Now, ongoing classes, you do need to keep creating, so that's something to keep in mind. You have to have something created for each class period that you meet. And if you have a 20-week ongoing class, then you need to have 20 lessons. It's not one and done like the one-time classes. So that's something to keep in mind. OutSchool is, they will take 30% of each class that you teach. So if you teach a one-time class and it costs $10, they're going to take $3 of that, and you're going to get $7 paid to your PayPal account. So you have to have a PayPal account. And if you don't have one and you want to teach on OutSchool, then you need to get one. That money does not reflect any taxes taken out. So if you are going to be earning some money on OutSchool, you need to take a little bit aside so that you have money to pay taxes on it. Most people I hear take about 25 to 30% of their paycheck. They put it aside in another account that they don't touch until it's time to pay taxes. So that is completely up to you, but do keep in mind that that money that you receive from PayPal has no taxes taken out of it. Okay, what else did I want to talk to you about? Some questions that have come up. I was going to take this time to answer them. One of them is, how many classes do you teach a day? So I personally teach about 2 to 3 classes a day. It depends, but I also teach in a brick and mortar class. I teach college level Spanish and French, and so I work part-time on Outschool, and so I don't teach more than 3 classes a day, and it's usually 2, but I pretty much teach every day. Like, I have at least 1 class scheduled for each day. But the great thing about Outschool is, if you can't teach that day, you can cancel the class if you don't have any students, or if you set up a bunch of sections a month, 2 months out, and then you decide 3 weeks out that you need a whole week off, you just go into your classes and cancel them. It's up to you. You are your own boss. So like I said, I only teach 2 or 3 a day. I know there are some teachers that teach up to 10. I mean, that's crazy. It's amazing. It's also very physical, and my hat's tipped off to them, because that is a lot of work. But I have heard of teachers that do that. So that's a possibility. I mean, if you're one of those people that is raring to go and you're ready to make some money, it is really good extra money, and you have that energy, go for it. There's nothing stopping you, at least not on the Outschool side. It's all up to you. How much you want to work, it's up to you. So a website or app that I can use to make a gamer quiz, Nearpod. So most of my lessons, almost all of my lessons, I do through Nearpod. Nearpod.com. You can make an interactive lesson. There's already games that are built into the lesson. You just have to supply the content. So I supply the Spanish PowerPoint, whatever it's going to be about. Like, if it's one of my storytime classes, then I upload that whole PowerPoint to Nearpod, and then I make games, questions. You can access 3D pictures of things. Like, if I have a Spanish class about dinosaurs, and then I actually post 3D pictures of a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a Velociraptor. I also have a storytime class about going to the beach, and then I have a picture of whales swimming in the ocean. And the students can move it around because it's virtual reality. I mean, there's really great things that you can do in Nearpod, and so I recommend it. You can also use it for a while for free. I think you get, I have about 12 lessons in there right now, but I have reached my limit. And the lessons run about 30 minutes each, so you can get a good amount of lessons made in Nearpod for free. So it is definitely something to think about. Let's see what else. That looks like that is about it for today. I hope this video has been helpful. Hope you have found some value in it, and if you enjoyed my videos, if you consider dropping a like or subscribing, that would be wonderful. But for now, that is it. Hasta luego. See y'all in the next video. Adios.